The untalented Mr. Santos, apparently caught in a web of lies. They just continue to grow, and they just keep getting shadier. The New York congressman now accused of once setting up this one actually makes me mad. A GoFundMe page to save a disabled veteran's dying service dog, then allegedly kept the money for himself. I know that one it killed, and then the dog died less than a year later. His former roommate claiming Santos stole his expensive Burberry scarf and wore it to a Stop the Steal rally. This in addition to claiming he's a star college volleyball player, a financial wizard, and that his mother died on 9/11. She was in Brazil at the time. The rest is also fake. Despite all this, Congressman Santos was yesterday awarded seats on two House committees, the Prom Committee and the Decorations Committee. But will one of his lies actually land him in jail before he serves out his full term? Joining me now to discuss, former New York Republican Congressman, and he should be our governor, I still pretend he is, Lee Zeldin is back. Welcome back, sir.
Great to be with you.
So what do you think of George Santos? You obviously read the stuff. You had the job that he's doing right now. When you read more and more, you know, it's like he's not Jewish, didn't go to high school, didn't go to college he claimed to go to, didn't go to college, didn't have the employment history that he says he did. Animal charity was fake. Dubious marriages, more than one. His grandma was not in the Holocaust and didn't die in the Holocaust. But he did save Private Ryan. He lost a leg in Nam, and he birthed octuplets.
And he did, in fact, win that Medal of Honor back in Vietnam, too. Mm-hmm. So this is sad. I mean, honestly, it's if you met him during the campaign, as I crossed paths with him at events often, he came across as personable, charming. There were a lot of people who were genuinely supporting him, voting for him, volunteering for him, and they were just, at this point, crushed once the news came out of what was true and what wasn't true, and unfortunately a lot more has come out that was false than accurate. I actually think that, from what I'm hearing, there's even more people upset and outraged who supported him than the people who had voted against him. And it's certainly very genuine. He's going to have an extremely difficult time, not just in Washington, D.C. I mean, you pointed out that he just got seated on two different committees, but especially back home where there's just cratering support by the day. And it's sad.
So I've talked to different people on the show of different minds and different opinions about this. Sean Duffy, also a former congressman, said absolutely he should not resign unless all of the lying Democrats who got to where they are based on their flimsy foundation of total fabrications, if they resign, then Santos can resign. How do you feel about this? Because, yeah, people who are liars tend to be pretty charming until their lies catch up with them. So should he resign?
There are so many other Democrats to that point who, and by the way, the President of the United States has been doing this for decades.
Yes.
And he got elected President of the United States with many people, not just in his party. It wasn't some big secret. A lot of people amongst the American public knowing. And President Biden continues with those lies since he's been sworn into office. Ilhan Omar, Richard Blumenthal, speaking of lying about service in Vietnam, he actually did that.
Yeah.
We've seen it with Elizabeth Warren and others. So for a lot of people out there, they are absolutely true, correct, right and reasonable for pointing out the hypocrisy and the double standards here. You're not going to see President Biden resigning for it. You're not going to see Elizabeth Warren, Richard Blumenthal, Ilhan Omar, and others facing that level of consequence. So it's an absolutely fair and reasonable point made by Sean Duffy and many others.
So you think he's going to be president based on the forerunners here?
No, that's right. So, clearly as the field is shaping up for 2024, and in politics, there are people who actually get promoted. So maybe he should come on your show tomorrow and announce that he's in fact running for president of the United States. And, crazier things have happened here in the world of politics.
Yeah.
But, I want to get back to that point where
we have 10 seconds.
That teacher in the classroom Yeah, the teacher in the classroom is able to say, when you grow up, you should aspire to be these people.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, they're seeing erosion of setting an example.
I agree with you completely, sir. Thank you very much for stopping by. We'll talk to you very soon.
Bye, Kennedy.
And Kathy Hochul sucks.